Yo boys, back with another video. It is Tuesday at 8 a.m. So I'm trying to get this video out there ASAP. But of course the second season's coming soon. Obviously you're not gonna have any gear, so there's no point in talking about it. You're just gonna have green gear. Most likely you'll run 4 set in season 2 as well. Now I know they didn't nerf it for sub. I don't know how bad it is or good it is for Assass yet, but that's pretty much that. So I'm not wasting any honor or anything on, a haste trinket. So pretty much first off, we're going to start off with what we always love to start off with is the talents. Now the talent tree is a little bit um different. Not really, to be honest. You're kind of just running the Deathstalker build. I feel like now it's just a lot more burst reliant. You're doing a lot of burst, and it's a very good spec. I saw I think Coop or something like that. I probably butchered the name, but I watched Sea-Doo face him, and he was doing a lot of damn. So it looks like this will be one of the builds. Now, Fate can also be good as well, but you're just running Cheat Death again, like on sub. You're running Cheat Death when you're facing sub rogues. Really anything that's gonna one-shot you, that's when you want to run it. Otherwise, you're just running regular Fate. You don't really need cheap. You're only gonna get value at a cheap shot if it's like if they're doing a ton of burst on you and you're getting one shot. Like versus sub rogues versus rogues in general, to be honest, because of smoke bomb. There's a lot of things you can run cheat death on. So usually it's gonna look like this. So you're always running hemo. You're always running smoke bomb. Now you have a few options now. Uh, now that they buffed the maneuver ability, which is like more extra damage reduction on spells. So pretty much, if you could disarm something, great. Otherwise, you're just running this talent, and that's basically your 4 best talents that you're always gonna go. Uh, the feint talent overall is really good. So when you're not disarming something, you can always run this, and you pretty much you're just getting a ton of damage reduction. Instead of just the percentage, you're getting all of it, and it's kind of like a mini wall. It is pretty OP if you use it before stuns and stuff like that. But that's pretty much your talents, very basic. Um, so that's pretty much that. Now we're gonna go over to the add-on section. We have ability team tracker. Again, I run this just because why not? Big debuffs basically shows the icon of the stun or anything you do. So for example, I gouge, it's gonna basically count down to the, you know, that's how you're able to restun and do all that stuff. And that's how you don't space it out. Big debuffs is kind of like a must. Everybody runs it, and if you don't run it, then you kind of just don't know. It's gonna be hard to restun with it without having it. So make sure you get big debuffs. Even if you're a healer, it's good. Um, Details is also another really insane thing to have, not just for just seeing your damage, but to see the enemy's damage as well. Mainly, you got to think about it as if I face another rogue and he's doing all of a sudden double my damage, it's most likely a build thing, or it allows me to basically go to his check PvP and be like, okay, what is he doing different that I don't have? So it's not only just for, who's breaking CC, you can check that as well. You can basically go to miscellaneous CC breaks so you can see who's not kicking, who's how many times is he dispelling. There's a lot of things that you can check. So, details, I think everyone already has that, but that's alright. The next one we have is going to be nameplate cooldowns, a add-on that everybody continuously asks me about, and I understand it because it is a very helpful thing. It basically puts their CDs above their head, so you don't have to like go. You don't know. You know what CDs they have. You can also have them on the side as well. I usually just do on nameplates because I've gotten so used to it. I kind of just know when they've used cooldowns or not. I don't really even need nameplates, but it is something to, it's good to have. So I definitely have it still. Omnibar basically just shows it's mainly used for casters, not gonna lie. I track kicks and like shadow step stuff like that. As you can see, I'll test it here. So it basically gets me all of their kicks. So instead of having to like look at their name, I'm able to just look at my buttons, and I only have to look here. Otherwise, I can focus on my own stuff, and that's pretty much it. Because you're focusing so much on your position and your team's position that you don't really have time to look all the way up and then back down again. So the next one we have is going to be Omni CD. Omni CD is basically going to track your team's cooldowns. I know, again, I always use this example. Crusader, a lot of the times when he's playing with people, they'll end up overlapping every cooldown because he won't know how many cooldowns they have. So not tracking your teammates' cooldowns is one of the top things that like even high-rated players mess up on, because they're like, oh well, I don't even know how he even tracks it, to be honest, and that's why he overlaps so much. And that's like if he just had this add-on, it would change. He would play 2 times better automatically, and that's just how good these add-ons are. The next one we have is S Arena. Again, it's just a basic one. Just shows the enemy team, the DRs, the trinkets. You can basically copy it real quick. Again, just pause the video somewhere in this video. You're going to download the add-on, Xaru, and then you're just going to copy my frames, and you can kind of just put it where you want. But this gives you the generic idea. So you can just pause the video on each section and just copy it. And then we have Trophy GCD. Basically, whenever I hit a button, if you're recording content or you're looking back gameplay, that's really the only reason you would have it. Obviously, I only use it for content because people want to see what I'm pressing. So, it's a good thing to have. But that's pretty much it. So that's my add-ons, ladies and gentlemen. The next one we have is going to be macros. Now, I only use one macro, and that's my sat macro, which you guys probably already have by now. It'll be down in the description as well. Same thing with my sub rogue video. The add-ons and everything will be down below, and the build as well. So just sat macros I use. I do have a death mark macro, but like that depends on what what the meta is. Like you can put thistle T with death mark. Normally you don't have to, and I don't even bother. I just manually click it myself. But you can do it. It's your call. So we've gotten through the add-ons, we've gotten through the macros, we've gotten through the gear. Obviously, we're all gonna have greens literally in the next, when the servers come back up. And I'm pretty sure today, or wait, is it today or tomorrow? I'd assume it's Tuesday where they'll reset it, right? Or is it Wednesday? I don't know. I'm pretty confident. I don't know why they do it on a Wednesday. It has to be the 4th, I think. I may be wrong about that. So, maybe we have one more day. I don't know. Who cares? So now we're going to go with the quick rotation real quick. Now, as an assassination rogue, I'll obviously have a few gameplays like I did with the sub rogue guide to basically show you how you can just do it. And it's not hard. It's pretty generic. You're usually opening up with garrotes and then just cheap shotting everything. Obviously, if you can get a sap on the healer, great. Otherwise, you're just stunning everything. You're bleeding everything. 9 times out of 10, unless you're playing like rogue, unless you're playing a comp that goes healers, you're usually not going to touch the healer unless you're playing with like an affliction warlock or you plan on going that guy on a stun, which would usually be with like a kidney shot. But otherwise, you're pretty much just you're garroting everybody, and then you're just gonna stun. You're just getting garrotes out, ruptures, and then on your kidney shots, you're just gonna be death marking and shivving. You're shivving on every stun. So shiv every stun. You can use a vanish offensively as well. So if you have 2 vanishes up, and especially if you're a night elf, technically you have 3. You can use the night elf racial and 1 vanish for pretty much free. It's pretty much offensive. You can use it. You just want to always have one for like blind saps or just as defensive cooldown. So that's pretty much how you're going to use your cooldowns. Again, you're just opening. You can use your ambush to get the stacks. As you can see, we pretty much got everything up. We have garrote, we have rupture at this point, kidney, shiv, death mark, thistle T, and you're just mutilating into venoms. Off this, we could just pop a vanish for extra DR, and then just Tempest. Again, Tempest is not going to be a major play in this, but it is good to use. I wouldn't use it solely unless you just have nothing else to do. But this is pretty much your bleeds right here. So you're keeping up your ruptures, you're keeping your Crimson Tempest when you can. Again, Crimson Tempest only does damage when there's 2 or more people. Otherwise, this is not worth pressing. Like, it's really good for, like, aggro, like, for doing damage on pets and stuff as well. But, like, if you're just hitting one person, you can use it as an extra button just for extra dam. But, like, it's not going to be a game changer. So I just press it whenever I can, usually in the opener when they're all stacked. So off your, again, just do what I just did. You just open with garrotes, get your ambush to get the, the strike up, or the mark. You're getting your full ruptures up while they're so what this basically means when they're lit up, it means it's AoE. So whatever I do on this target, whoever's near them, it's gonna do the same thing. Some people don't understand that that's the case. While you're in stealth, you're gonna get extra garrote damage as well, and that's why we're using vanishes offensively to garrote instead of just garroting. I'm pretty sure if you re-garrote after you've already put your improved, it'll actually reset it. So I've done this myself. So when you basically open and you do this, You know, you get your ambush going, you get your tempest. That's pretty much your opener right there. You don't want to regrow unless it's still lit up. So as you can see, it's still lit up, so we're getting, you know, the bonuses. But at this point, so we have bonus grow already up. If you do this on top of it, as you can see, we're losing growth damage. So you don't want to re-put on a grow until after the improved grow has finished, if that makes any sense. So again, you know, we're gonna stealth. So again, you're every time you go in stealth and it's lit up, it usually means you have the improved grow. So as you can see, it lights up. So when we grow, so we pretty much open here, grow, you know, ambush, rupture. We can ambush again, ambush, and then tempest. Now we're not going to do a grow off this. Obviously, you can do it 3 times in a row. Every row, no matter what, will do that. So when you open, you can spam silence them 3 times, and then you can stun them. And I'll show you during the video. It's a lot easier than on a target dummy because you know this will not go perfectly. They're gonna use buttons. It's not just gonna be, oh well, I do this and I win the game. So it's kind of hard to explain. But that's pretty much it. So when you're using improved growths, do not overlap them after they have gone, you know, after their improved is ended. So again, you know, we're opening, ambush, rupture. Off that we can regrow or silence into tempest, and then we can regrow it again. And now after this point, we can kidney shot and then shiv and then do our burst. As you can see, my improved growth is gonna finish. We're not going to re-put on growth on this target or any other targets that were near until the growth falls. Now you can put the tempest back up and you can put the rupture back up if you want, but don't do the growth until it fully finishes. So as you can see, it's falling off right now. That's when we can put it back on. Because we want the improved growth to be the full duration instead of, you know, nerfing it. Because if you're putting an extra growth after it, it actually doesn't enhance it. It actually re-puts on the worst version. I don't know why it does that. I wish it would have just like refresh it, but I guess that would just be too broken. But that's pretty much that. So again, when you're opening, you're just going in, you're silencing everybody, ambush, put a rupture up, re-silencing. We can tempest, and then off this we can just get a kidney ready, and then we kidney, shiv, deathmark, thistle tea, and you're just envenoming. That's pretty much it. And again, this is all it is to it. As you can see, you're just keeping you're not gonna put up growth. You can put tempest up. You can put you can rupture up, and now we can use growth again after it's falled. And that's pretty much your burst rotation overall. Again, it's not going to be the hardest thing, but it might be a little bit confusing. As you can see, we hit a 2.1 mil of venom, and Assassination did get buffed. So keep in mind, this is 4% extra damage, so Assassination should be really, really strong. So I'll see you guys in the arena when I find a healer, and I'll basically tell you guys what to do during the time that we're in the game. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video this far, but I'll see you guys in the arena. Alrighty, we got another game in. Try to get as many as we can. This guy's playing Holy Priest. I didn't even notice it. So, normally you never want to play this comp. Holy Priest is really bad. Uh, unless you're a really good Holy Priest, it's kind of just not good. It just has no defensive value, and it doesn't really help anybody. So now we're facing a sub-rogue. Again, facing rogues with we don't know how good this healer is. So, we can't really know. But, let's get it done. So it's a sub rogue, again running disarm for sub. We're also running cheat death because we know he's going to try to kill us in a bomb or on his blades. And our guy's playing holy, so he has really nothing to help me. He has no PS, no dome. All he has is pretty much his own angel form and holy guardian, which doesn't really have any benefits to me. So this is a really bad matchup for us because disc priests are like actually one of the best specs in the game now for a healer. For some reason, I don't know why they're so strong all of a sudden. So here we're gonna walk around. We're looking for the rogue. So why not? This is kind of just the rogue playstyle here, but that's a really, really bad stun. Now I can open. If the rogue was smart, he would open right now, while his healer's on DR. Yeah, never want to stun like that, especially when you're with a rogue. Normally that wouldn't happen, but we have to wait now. We're gonna open on the priest in a really, really bad fear. Again, he's pretty much used all of his cooldowns to CC on air, so yeah, good rogue right there by opening. So now we're just gonna Nice, he trinkets. We're not going to trinket because if we do, we'll just die in a bomb. This is where we trinket disarm, and then he trinkets. Nope, he's holding. Okay. Again, we're just going to put bleeds up and hope for the best here. We'll blind him here. Should be fine. Nice. Okay, that was on all of his blades, so we pretty much stopped his blades by ourselves here. That's nice. He pre-feigns. We'll feign again as well. We have a kidney shot for the rogue here. We'll kidney shot him off the feint because we don't want to kidney him during the feint. Now this is where we vanish. We'll cheap shot. We'll garrote both of them. We're just spam garroting, putting ambush on. Garrote one more time here. We're going to use our racer stun as well. Off that, we're going to basically, hopefully we're fine. Normally we would be fine here. We'll see what happens though. Good fear. Hopefully I can get a heal here. We're going to garrote just to get the extra bleed on him. Hopefully we can get a heal here. Again, we're really far ahead if we can just keep us up. So we're not going to kick until it's late, because he's going to try to fake cast us here. So again, we're just holding it. Holding it. Now we kick. So when he holds it like that, that's when you want to do it. Now, on his gouge, I'm going to disarm him. I'm going to shiv him. I'm going to feint here. We're going to bleed him up here. It looks like he evasions. Okay. We're going to kidney shot the healer. Nope, he stuns for no reason. Okay. And we kill him. Oh, just... Okay, now we... Alright, nice. We pre-feint the stun. As long as we just don't die here, we're fine. Nice. It looks like the game should be over. A perfectly game played by the X. That is how you play Assassination Rogue, ladies and gentlemen. Even though you DR silence, it's not the worst thing because it's the damage that matters after the opener. So, DR silencing like that isn't that bad. Obviously, him fearing and stunning in the opener is like worst case scenario for us. And that's why the rogue opened. But thankfully, you know, we ended up doing so much pressure that it just didn't matter. So, you know, we take the dub. So, for this game, pretty much going to do the same thing. Now, we're not going to run disarm because disarm does nothing versus a DH. So, we'll run the feint talent. And we won't run cheat death here. I don't think cheat death's going to be overall the best situation. Now, we should have a ton of damage reduction. More than you actually would think you're getting. But you're getting a lot. Again, you're basically getting the talent. Then you're getting the PvP talent. So, here, it's the same situation. We're going to bleed the healer some. We're going to bleed the DH. And that's pretty much it. Again, you're just a dot spec. 9 times out of 10, you're bleeding everybody. Because you're usually playing with like an Affy Warlock, or an LE, or a Frost Mage. There's a bunch of situations where you're going to be able to do that. So again, normally he would break the eyes, but I hope he doesn't stun that, so I'm just going to run in here. He might AoE in the opener, but that's alright. So here we're going to quickly sap. Nope, we don't get the sap, and he stuns. Again, worst case scenario for us, but it's alright. We'll just go the healer with Kidney here. We'll use our burst on him here. Again, we're going to basically garrote after the stun. Garrote again. We're going to rupture off this. Get a full rupture up. I'm not going to trinket because there's no point. Now we're going to feint. Again, feint's going to be a very huge CD here. We're going to cloak here because it's on Ultimate Penance. Or no, it wasn't. I don't think so. I thought he was clicking Ultimate Penance. Maybe he canceled it. So here we're just, again, this is a good situation for us because now we're able to double bleed perfectly. And that's why you go the healer a lot of times. So here we're going to blind the healer. So blind him. We're going to kidney shot this guy. We're going to bottom him for trinket. Nice. We'll vanish this. Maybe we can sap off it. Looks like we can't. So we're going to garrote, rupture. Hopefully this guy doesn't die to air. Oh, I don't know about that Guardian, but okay. So, again, this is like just a difference between the healers here. Hopefully my guy can live. This is where he would want to come out. He actually should gain HP for healing me, I think. I'm going to trinket this. Yeah, we're just trying to keep pressure so this guy doesn't die here. We'll pre-feint here so they can't do much. We are in a pretty bad situation right now. So here I cheap shot him. Off the cheap shot, we are going to pretty much garrote, shiv. We'll put our Tempest on. Now we'll do it on the DH as well. So garrote. Evasion here. Why not? We're gonna kidney shot the DH since it's DR'd on the healer. We're gonna Tempest here. Again, he's doing really bad stuns because he's DR stunning. You don't really want to do that. But I don't really expect too much, to be honest. Not as a shot towards him, but that is the truth. So here we'll DR stun. This is where you want to DR stun. Because this will force CDs here. If you can get a fear. Actually, Don't know if he did, but it's okay. So here we're gonna Garrote him. Rupture, just keep me. So we're gonna pre-feint because he's gonna stun us here in a second. So yep. Again, anytime the DH is on me and you know you haven't been stunned in a while, normally he's gonna do it. So here we're running for a second, put a re-Garrote up on him. We're gonna kidney shot the healer here, and then we'll go back to the DH. Actually no, we're gonna go to the priest since he has blur up. No point in going DH when he has blur. Again, another stun, really, really bad. Now we can't really stun him. Normally this wouldn't happen, but I don't really expect too much. So here we're getting a re-stealth. Anytime you can get a re-stealth, it's really good. So here we're getting damage up. We have death mark here. So here we're gonna immediately death mark because our guy's gonna die. We're gonna cloak the fear in case he does it. So here we're keeping our bleeds up. Ooh, really good darkness by him. We're gonna go to the healer here. We'll kick the healer. I'll blind this guy. So even if it's on my death mark, I'm trying to keep him alive here. Yeah, I think he's dead here. He has life swap, but I don't know if he'll use it. It's a brutal fear for us too. So here we're gonna bleed this guy. Nice stun. I pre-feint. Or actually no, I tried to. I really want to stun the healer here. We'll stun the healer here. See, these grips are absolutely horrific. It looks like we're dead here. Again, this is kind of just the healer diff, but it's not the end of the world here. But this is pretty much how you are generically supposed to play it. But, you know, obviously, this is pretty much what we have to deal with. So, I'm going to try to get one more game in. Even if we lose it, this is just what I'm posting. The servers are most likely going to shut off here in a second. So, I'm going to get one more game in. So again, very basic rotation, not hard. Normally, the stuff that's happening, like, you wouldn't be playing with a Holy Priest, so they wouldn't be doing the stuff they're doing. So, yeah. Again, you're just bleeding both targets. You're swapping based off the cooldowns that are used. You don't want to really go somebody when they have every CD, unless you're doing it as a all bleed spec. Again, we probably look at damage here, and we did more to the DH than we did the disc, even though we went the disc. And that's just the difference. That's what your damage is supposed to be like. They should all be near each other. That means you're bleeding a lot. You're doing a lot of double bleeding. If you ever see like an Advi Warlock, which like that has he's doing more damage to like one target than the other ones are like 10 mil compared to 45 mil, you can tell it's not a good Warlock. Just same thing with Assassination Rogue. You should always have that amount of damage on both targets. It might not be that similar depending on what you're facing, obviously, like two casters, but your main priority is to at least have two targets in mind that you're always bleeding. You're always trying to keep up bleeds, and that's pretty much it. So again, we're going to get one more game in here, and hopefully, again, I'm pretty much just taking what I got for granted, because again, there's nobody in LFG anymore. Like, there's just nobody. So, I literally picked the first healer that would sign up. Normally, I would obviously get a qualified person to where it's like, you know, I can actually make a video about it, but this is the same thing. Because it's not like you're going to get the best players. You kind of just have to work with what you have, just like I am. And you have to work with the mistakes that are happening on both teams. So sometimes they do bad things, sometimes I do bad things, sometimes he does. Everyone does it. It's not just, even on the videos I've posted things that I've done wrong. So it's not necessarily he's playing bad, it's just necessary, it just happens. So again, a rogue, so we're gonna run cheat death. Always running cheat death for the sub rogues, and then we're running disarm. Again, usually I wouldn't do what I'm about to do, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna open on the priest, so our healer doesn't end up fearing the healer and stunning him in the opener. Because what that ends up happening to me is I can't swap him on my vanish. And the whole point of swapping is to stun off of a silence. Every time you stun, and the Garrote, even if the Garrote's DR necessarily, after like the first few openers, you're mainly just going for the Garrote damage more than the silence. Now obviously in 2v2 arena, it doesn't really matter as much, but in 3s, you'll have the option to, you know, Garrote all 3 targets, which is your goal in mind. You know, you're trying to spam Garrote 3 times in a row into a stun, and you'll see that's what I'm pretty much doing. Because Garrote is going to be one of your top damages, and it should be. Same thing with like Rupture. So here we're going to run in. We're going to immediately open him with Garrotes. The Rogue's going to open me. I want to make sure I get in line though, because we know the Rogue's going to open me here. So we're going to pre-feint here. I'm going to pre-vanish. And the reason we vanish is so he basically can't open me. So we're going to disarm him here. We're gonna grow. Nice. So this is on all of his blades. He did fear both of us. This is where he's gonna cheap shot me, kidney me. Okay, nice. I trinket evasion. That's a good evasion. So here, hopefully we're good here. He should just be able to top me. Here we'll use our feint here. Again, bleeding the healer up. Unfortunately, he's somehow faster than I am. We're going to shiv him here. Nice. On mind games, he has to trinket this or he's going to be taking a lot of damage. So here, off this, we're going to vanish, cheap shot. Use our ambush for the proc. Easily garrote him. Garrote him one more time. Cheap shot the rogue. Fortunately, we can't. We're going to garrote the rogue here. Hopefully my guy doesn't get, he has trinkets though, so he should be able to save me here. I'll cloak this, why not? Okay, should be able to heal him here. I'm going to garrote this guy. Okay, now we're going to shiv. Nice, he does disarm it on it. That's not the worst thing. We're going to disarm him as well, even though it's not the best disarm. We're going to kidney shot him. Actually ends up fading it. Again, we all make mistakes. Oh, he grips me on my Night Elf vanish. That's unfortunate. That's alright though. So we're going to open this guy. Now, we're in a really bad situation. He does have trinket. Actually, a pretty good stun because it was on his burst. So not bad. Now this is where we're going to blind. Again, another mistake because it's going to break. Actually, it didn't break. It should have broke because I had a stack left on him. I don't think we're dead here. He has trinket still. We'll feint here because why not? We'll feint. Nice. Get the feint off. We're going to bleed the rogue more. I want to push him. My guy's kind of really, really far here. We'll step Kenny him here in a second. Step Kenny. Okay. We're going to smoke bomb him as well, even though we're not going to have much pressure here, to be honest, but it's worth it just to scare them. And it's on his blades. We're going to disarm him while he's on blades so he can't finish off any damage off on me. I want to push in, but it's just if we're in a bad position here. It's kind of forcing me to just play on the rogue. Normally I'd want to play on the healer so I can hit both of them. But yeah, this is not good. And he stuns him again. Not the best thing for us. So here, he's going to open. Now, we still have trinket, so I'm hoping he trinkets. We're going to garrote them. We'll kidney shot DR just to get bleeds up on him so he can't do his setup. We're going to feint again as well. He's going to ready to stun and do his CC setup. I'm going to evasion the moment he does CC. So here, we're going to evasion. We'll go to the... Nice. So now he has to cheap shot me. He wanted to step kidney me, but I ran into the wall. So here, we're going to feint. Feint here. We're going to use our Tempest. Nope. Good disarm. I'll disarm him on his Orc Racial. After this, we'll kick. We'll use our Tempest so we hit both of them. We're going to bleed the rogue as well. Again, you're just bleeding both targets as much as possible. We're going to shiv him just to stop him from healing. Now this is where we burst as well. We're going to hit the rogue some. Nope, he gets away. We're going to immediately go to the healer. We're going to pre-cloak this, and we're going to trinket. So we're in a good situation right now. We pre-cloaked and we pre-fainted. So now we win the game. A perfectly put out game by the X. Again, another just... That's just the difference between sub and stats, especially when you're playing like me. Like, I can make mistakes, and I can still end up doing really good plays. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. I just tried to get this out last second. We will have an Outlaw one coming out, you know, once the gear comes out and all that good stuff. So, let me know what you guys want to see next. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have a Outlaw Rogue guy coming. So, peace.